What the hell? Oh no. Hello, hello. All right, that's working. Hello, welcome to the Euro 24 round of 16 review. How's everyone doing? No one's really rocked up in the chat yet, but it's good to be here tonight. Ronald Rowe says, KP, my favorite person on YouTube. How are you? I'm good, Ronald. How are you, man? Good to see you here. Good to see Ronald get the first chat. I'm going to put a poll in here before we get started. Hopefully everyone can hear me fine and everything. I'm going to start a question with the engage with your audience. Start a Q&A. Who is the favorite for Euro 24? All right. How was your day going? My day's going good, Ronald. What about you? How's your day going, man? Are you good? Who is the favorite for Euro 24? There we go. That is the chat. It's good, man. I was at work today. Now, good to be live, back on YouTube. Haven't been on for a while, but it's good to be back. Good to be back. Good to see all the people. Hopefully everyone starts filtering their way in soon. Very good. I was working very hard. That's good. Working hard is good. That's what we want to hear. Please, guys, if you see the chat, the question, put your answer in the chat. Let's get into this. I got the results here for the round of 16. So I'm going to bring them up and we can just have a look at the results first, and then we'll go through games we'll go through the games individually, all right? Oh, wrong. That was my Premier League one. Sorry about that. Round of 16 results. All right. So it started off um, Switzerland, Italy. Switzerland knocking out the holders, the current European champions. They still are the current European champions because no one has won it yet. But Switzerland knock out the current European champions 2-0. Germany, the hosts, beat Denmark 2-0. Then England, I've put it in the thumbnail, they scraped through by the skin of their teeth against Slovakia. They were 1-0 down till the 95th minute, I think. Jude Bellingham with an absolute classic of a Euro goal. And then Harry Kane winning it in extra time. That was the first game to go to extra time in this group of fixtures. Then next game, Spain, Georgia. I mean, probably the lowest ranked team, Georgia, against one of the favourites. Spain look really good, I tell you. They made light work of them, spanked Georgia 4-1. Then France, another one of the favourites, knocked out Belgium, another one of the big boys, 1-0. So one of the big boys gone. And then Portugal 0-0 against Slovenia, Ronaldo's tears and all that, that we got to see. And then Romania, Netherlands 3-0, big win. What's his name? Matt Malin coming on and scoring 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. And then Turkey knocking out who a lot of people thought were the underdog to win it in Austria. I thought Austria would get past Turkey. Their keeper played really good, but yeah, wasn't to be for them. Yeah, in saying that, I thought there were some surprising ones, like Portugal going to penalties with Slovenia. I thought was I didn't see that happening, and to be honest, I thought Austria would beat Turkey. I didn't think England would struggle so hard against Slovakia, but then again, I did tip them a couple of days ago. I tipped Slovakia. I said to you guys, I thought that Slovakia might cause an upset against England, and they very nearly did, to be honest. It was really close. Let me just put this on charge, dudes. What was the other one? I'll bring them up again, sorry. I cannot tell who's going to win for the matches. It always a draw. Nah, let's bring up those results again. How many? There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was only 2 games that were drawing at full time. England, Slovakia, and Portugal, Slovenia. Who are you going for, Ronald? What is your background? Do you have a background? Zakal says, hi, Zakal. Come on, guys, tell me who is favourite now for the Euro. Who do you think's favourite? Zakal? Who's favourite, man? But we'll go to the first one. Switzerland. Man, I said to you guys, I think when it was, hi KP and everyone in the live chat tonight, hey mate. I said, I'm going to tip Italy, I said, because of their pedigree in big tournaments. European pedigree, big team, current holders. I thought they might get past Switzerland. Wasn't to be. They didn't get past them. Switzerland, man, looked the goods. And I think England in for a big game coming up against Switzerland. They're no pushovers, and the way Southgate has been managing, I see them really struggling against Switzerland. But yeah, huge result for Switzerland. I think Granit Xhaka, like Arsenal got rid of him. He went to Bayer Leverkusen, wins the league undefeated. He's playing awesome for his country as well as his club. If he puts on a clinic like that again, I think he's going to dominate the midfield against England. Shaqiri, I think he joined an elite club, I think, of scoring in, is it 4 or 5 major tournaments? So I think in 2 World Cups, maybe 2 Euros and another one, something like that. Which is some elite company to be in. You know, he's from Switzerland as well, and you're more of a perennial underdog than a like favorite or something like that. So, um, huge achievement by him as well. Um, my favorite team is Argentina. They're in the Copa America. Zakal, do you reckon they'll win the Copa America? Lionel Messi and Argentina. We're talking about the Euro tonight, but um, listen, I think they're one of the favourites to win the Copper. Definitely. We'll talk about that. We can talk a bit about the Copper a bit after. I enjoy the Copa America a lot as well, and it's good. It's on a good time here in Australia for us to watch in the mornings, which is good. But yeah, again, Switzerland. Yeah, I just they dominated Italy, so good on them. Great win. My favourite team is England, but my backup is Portugal. Oh yeah. England, Portugal. You got two of the top dogs there. Two of the top dogs. My favorite team is England, but my backup. Oh, they're your backup team. What is that? What Are you a what nationality are you, Ronald? Are you just Australian? Have you got a background, or there's no one there that you support? You got a different background, maybe. Like my team never makes it. My background, Cyprus, so I can never go for them. Really, they've never made a major tournament. Um, but yeah, great result for Switzerland. Let's bring up the next next one, which was the hosts, Germany, 2-0 against Denmark. Um, Listen, I think it was, they were favourites. Like you would say that they were favourites, but it was a bit spiky there. They were 0-0 and Denmark scored, I think, in the 40 something minute, just after half time. It got ruled for offside, and then 3-4 minutes later, um, Kai Havertz scored, and then Musiala again. Man, what a player this kid is! Like young kid, him and Yamal from Spain. Like what players, man! Like at this age, to be playing in these big tournaments like this and not looking out of place at all. In an international tournament is real big ups to them. So yeah, I think it was a given this result. Really, I don't. Even though they came close, I don't. I still think Germany would have been favourites. I don't think there was a world in where they lose that game to Denmark. Now, the next game is a big one for Germany. They got Spain now. We'll talk about that a bit after when I bring up the quarterfinal results. But listen, they're the two informed teams of the comp, really. I think Germany and Spain, probably the two best I've seen. France are just going through the motions, getting through 1-0s, 1-0s. Uh, England are struggling, even though they topped their group and they're through. They're not playing good at all. Switzerland looking good, Turkey looking good. But yeah, it's a shame that they on that same side of the draw in Spain and Germany have got to play off against each other. I'm not sure why they got on the same side of the draw. It should have been. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but listen, great win by Germany. That's who I'm going for because my lovely partner is German, so I've got to go for the Germans and don't really have connection to anyone else in there. So we'll go for Germany. Want Germany to win. Great win by them. They got Spain up next. We'll bring that up in a moment when we bring up the fixtures. But let's bring up the next result. Oh mate, this was the talking point. England, Slovakia. So England are 1-0 down till the 95th minute, I think it was. Um, Jude Bellingham produces an absolute, like, I don't know, what do you call it? It's going to be an iconic Euro goal now, isn't it? That scissor kick. And the thing was, when he did that bicycle, it didn't even look like he was going to do a bicycle. It didn't. His body position didn't look like it was ready for a bicycle in that moment, and he somehow twisted his body like to do that. Cracker goal, 1-1, and then comes into extra time, and that's what a big game player is. Harry Kane comes up with the goods, gets his first goal of the tournament, but probably the most important goal, in his England career, maybe. Like, I think they could get to a final now without even playing good. Like, they were terrible. Like, they were lucky, like I put it in the description. He's not ready for a bicycle because I think he don't want to get injury for his back on the ground. Maybe. But he did it. He did a bicycle, and you know what I love about Jude Bellingham? He hasn't been playing good. Let's get that straight. Kobbie Mainoo was best on ground for England. Like, don't take that away from him just because Jude scored a bicycle kick. And listen, he got the moment. The moment is his. But Kobbie Mainoo was definitely BOG. But what I loved about Jude Bellingham at the end is, like, he's looking at the camera and he's going, who else? Like, 21 years old, and he's like, me. Like, he was in that moment. Listen, it'll go down as a great Euro goal. It was a cracker, no doubt about it. Absolute cracker. So, um, but they don't look good. Like, England don't look good. In saying that, like, they topped their group. They are through now to the quarters, which, for them, I think was what's the word? I think that was bare minimum for them to make quarterfinals. They got tipped as one of the favourites. They saying they want to go out and win it, just like Spain, Portugal, Germany, France. That them nations that I mentioned, they all want to go out to win it. They wanted to go out to win it, and quarterfinals is the bare minimum for England, especially with that squad. Listen, Southgate's a terrible manager. No, I don't even know. Like, no one can actually think he's a good manager. Listen, he's done his fair share for England. But he's got a golden generation, and they should have won something with this squad. Like, I mentioned it last time they got. Let's go through it. Harry Kane, and I'll say arguable, so I don't, ruffle feathers of people with different opinions. But Harry Kane, arguably the best player in the Bundesliga, sorry, because look at what he did there with the goals and that. So it's definitely arguable. Jude Bellingham is favourite with his teammate Vinicius Junior to win a Ballon d'Or, so arguably the best player in the La Liga. Phil Foden won the PFA's Player of the Year, so arguably the best player in England, whether you agree with it or not. Um, and they've got them all in their team, and then you got Kobbie Mainoo, absolute marvelous like centre midfielder, up and comer. Declan Rice, good centre midfielder. Like, the common denominator with it all is Gareth Southgate. Like, you reckon if they had Julian Nagelsmann, what England would do? Mate, they'd be ripping it. TCR says England will get smashed. I totally agree, TCR. I think they are going to. Harry Kane is a good striker. I've seen his skills, but not too much. Yeah, he's good. He's a definite goal scorer, mate. But yeah, so in saying that, with what he's got at his disposal, like, it should be bare minimum he's getting to semis, finals, and he should have won something. Like, he effectively lost the last Euro on home soil to a bang average Italian team. Like, they've shown now how bang average they are, in my opinion. Uh, at the moment, I think Italy, Brazil, I know they're not in the Euro, and Netherlands is the worst I've ever seen those nations in my time, my lifetime, which is, close to 40 years. So, yeah, the three teams to beat, in my opinion, are Switzerland, Spain, and Germany. I agree to a certain extent, TCR, but the thing is, Spain or Germany are going to be gone next round. So, everyone's loving that, but I do agree. I think you're spot on. Yeah, Switzerland I think they're a good shout as an underdog, man. They could make a final because of that side of the draw. Netherlands won't be easy. They're a pretty good team too. But I don't rate their coach. Don't rate Belgium's coach, and they're knocked out. Don't rate Koeman for Holland. Don't rate Southgate. I think Germany have the best coach at the tournament in Nagelsmann. Not saying he's a world beater, but they've got the best coach there. He's coached at the top level, big clubs, Bayern Munich. Yeah, it's interesting that one of them are going to be gone. But on to the next ones. Great to see TCR here, always with he's got good opinions about football. Great to see him here. Let's get the round of 16 back up. All right, that takes us on to probably the one that everyone thought, everyone probably thought Germany were going to win and England maybe going to win. But this is probably the game that I don't think anyone would have tipped Georgia. This is what I thought. I said it when we did our review that I thought Georgia were going to get spanked, and they got absolutely spanked. Hey, GT. He's gone back to GT23. I like it. Speaking of Bayern Munich, Delict 2 United. Absolutely. Again, we'll talk more about that after. Ronald says, GT23, how are you? Listen, guys, if you've just popped in, please like, share the video. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But great to see GT and Genwill. Genwill, how you been? Good to see you. But yeah, I think this was the only game that was a foregone conclusion. Spain to beat Georgia. And I did say I thought it'll be a spanking, and 4-1 at a big tournament I think is a spanking. So that's one of the tips I got right. You don't get them all right, but I did get that one right. But I think most people would have got that right, not just me, to be fair. I think it was pretty easy to get that one right. GT says, I'm good, Ronald. Ronald's wild, man. But yeah, so, listen, Spain looked good. Yamal, Nico Williams, they're the two best players, I think, probably at the tournament, with maybe Musiala and Wirtz as well. But I think the two Spanish kids have been, one of them is a real kid, 16, playing centre, in the midfield for at a Euro, like making decisions. At that age, I didn't know couldn't make a decision on what sneakers to wear. And he's making a decision in the midfield in a European Championship. Like, what a player he's going to be. Nico Williams, excellent. And who always, he just seems to prove people wrong. I'll tell you who it is. Morata. Alvaro Morata. He's been ridden off by so many people. And I'm not saying he's a world beater. I'm not saying he's crap. But he's definitely a top-level player that can do it at the top level, because he's played for the likes of Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Juventus, maybe even Real Madrid, I think, to my memory. And keeps getting selected for Spain, keeps doing it. Yeah, so he proves people wrong. I think it will be a Spain versus Switzerland final, and it will be an amazing final, in my opinion. Yeah, listen, I think that's a good shout for a final. That's a real good shout for a final. So you're saying that's insane. So Germany, the hosts, are going to get knocked out by Spain. It's definitely possible. I think Spain probably close to favourites now with Germany. The two favourites are playing each other, I think. I can't tell Spain versus Switzerland. I think Spain versus Germany, I don't know. It's a hard decision. It is. They're very hard. Spain, Germany is a hard one, man, because I think they're the two favourites, yeah. So, but yeah, in saying that, let's go to the next one. Then we got the team that was favourite at the start of the tournament, France, knocking out Belgium, who are a big team. So Kevin De Bruyne and Belgium gone. Listen up. France are just going about their motions. They're still one of the favourites. Then again, you got to say it. That's a much harder game than Georgia. Like, if France played Georgia, would they have spanked them like Spain did? Would Spain have beat Belgium like that? You never know. It's definitely a harder tie. Like they got a harder run through getting Belgium in the last round of 16. That's, you're expecting, like, with, in no disrespect to them, like England got Slovakia, Spain got Georgia, um, you know, like things like that. Netherlands got Romania. Like I said, no disrespect to them, but they got the lower echelon of teams in the round of 16, whereas France got one of the big dogs, Belgium. You know, Germany got Denmark, who again are not one of the favourites. They're, a bit of the second bracket of teams. So, yeah, listen, if they're to win it, it means that they've really done it, tough because of, and their group was a hard group too. France, they didn't finish top. Hard group, wasn't it? Netherlands, France, Austria. I think all in the same group. Have I still got the groups here? Can I bring it up? If I get this, 1 second, guys. Just type that. KP, try the new steakhouse burger at McDonald's for food. Yeah, we're gonna start doing some food reviews again, man. I want to try that. I want to try the waffle KFC thing, which will be, I think it's gonna be crazy. I don't really want to try it, but I want to try it for the show. So yeah, let's have a look. So it was, yeah, I was right. Austria, France, Netherlands, Poland as well. Like, that's a group of death and a half. So, um, they've gone through a group of death, then get Belgium in the next round. There you go. Portugal will lose 3-1, in my opinion. Well, we're going to talk about that very soon, TCR. So, because once we finish talking about the results, I will bring that up. I keep bringing up the Premier League one, man. Here we go. All right. On to the next one. Portugal win on penalties against Slovenia. 0-0, 3-0 on penalties. Paulo Costa, what a keeper. Man United were in for him. I wish they did get him, to be honest. Ronaldo missed a penalty in extra time and has been made a bit of a meme about him. He was very upset, but showed the mettle of the guy. Missed a penalty during the game time and then stepped up first. Penalty shootout. Scores first penalty. Bruno, second penalty. Like, good penalty takers too. All of those guys. Who scored the? Let me see who scored the third one. Sorry, forget now. When was that? Yesterday. Portugal. Was it Bernardo? Yeah, Bernardo. So all good penalty takers, real good players too. Bruno, captain of Man United. Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the great best players, ever. Bernardo Silva, one of the top players in Europe. Like, with Man City, Portugal stacked team, but I just don't rate Martinez that much. So I think that comes there. Like, England comes down to their coach. I sort of agree with TCR. I think they could get knocked out. Yeah. I'm back. How was my picture and my name? Ronaldo? Ronald Rose, CR7 fan. We are Ronaldo. Diogo Costa, yeah, great keeper. The one that should be proud is Bernardo Silva after doing a failed Panenka. Yeah, true. Very true. But in the end, people are never going to look at that, are they? It's going to be, people are going to look back in 20 years' time and go, oh, it says Portugal won 3-0 if they go on to win it. In the penalty shootout, no one's going to even know. But yeah, I agree. Listen, trying a Panenka during a penalty shootout, you gotta have brass balls to do that, I'll tell you. Like, it's actually not an easy penalty, and not because it's not an easy technique. It's, you're gambling that the keeper's going to dive, aren't you? And I take penalties. I've taken penalties my whole playing career, and listen, it's at no level compared to these guys in front of thousands and thousands of people. But taking a penalty is like a chess game. Sometimes you can either pick a spot and just bang it. You can wait for the keeper to move and then just shimmy it the other way, which sometimes, that works. Sometimes they don't move and you've got to make a decision and then they try and go with you. Always across the body, you're saying? Like, so across like that. I agree. I think it's the safest penalty to take as a right footer is to wrap around it, because you can mishit it and still hit the side netting. If you go open up like that, it's so much easier to miss. Is that what you're saying? Go across the body? So wrap around? You're like the penalty taker's bottom left. I think that's one of the. I go top left sometimes. I hit one last year. I smacked it, curled it top left corner, because it is much easier to hit that side. Wrap around. Wrap around's the best. I only go the other way when if I'm doing. I did it last year. The guy dived way early, and I just slotted it there, like real calmly, just because he dived really early. He was trying to, play the chess game, like I said. But yeah, Portugal through. We'll talk about the fixtures in a moment. That takes us on to the second to last game. Netherlands. I was watching this one. They went 1-0 up. It wasn't straightforward, but it was. In the scoreline suggests it was, but I don't think it was. It ended up, that guy come on, Malin, did really well when he came on. Joy of Unknown says, AKP, hey Joy, how you doing? Nice to see you here. We'll talk about that in a moment. TCR, definitely. But yeah, ended up being 3-0. Great win for the Dutch. I've got a soft spot for them. I don't know what it is. It's always since I was young. My oldest brother, Chris, as you guys know, him as Krillin, he used to love the three Dutch guys because he was a bit older than me. He's older than me, obviously. And he grew up in that era of Van Basten, Rijkaard, Hullet, loved him and he loved AC Milan because of it. Like, we're Man United fans, but he just loved Milan because the three Dutchmen were there. So I've got a soft spot for the Dutch. We have some family friends that are from there as well that, always got a soft spot for them. 3-0, great win. I know it's hard to say, Romania, not one of the top dogs, but they, you get done 3-0, whether it's the scoreline should have been 3-0 or not. In the end, it was 3-0. They, maybe Romania were going for it a bit at the end and got caught, but Romania gone, Netherlands to the next round. That takes us on to the game that TCR is talking about. Austria. I think most people tipped Austria. They lose 2-1 to Turkey. Maybe TCR's right. People are saying the stutter up run should not be allowed. It shouldn't be allowed if you come to a complete stop, I believe. But if you stutter and are still moving, I think that's fine. But when they completely stop, I think it's meant to be. You're meant to retake it. I've seen it retaken at our level. So, yeah, not sure. They're a bit lenient on it. But back to it. Austria. I tipped Austria. I think a lot of people the other night tipped Austria. And I think maybe TCR's right. Maybe they did underestimate him, which is a bit weird considering their manager is Ralph. He's like, so methodical, like type of guy. Like, he's never, weird that they underestimated him. But maybe just listen, Turkey played well. I don't know. Their keeper played really well. He played really well. So, yeah, I don't know. Listen, I think Austria will be upset. I think with that side of the draw, Austria should have thought the way they were playing that they could have made the final. But I think they'll be, bitterly disappointed, is the word to say. Austria smashed Turkey 6-1 in the last time they met before the Euros. There you go. What are you rather for Cristiano Ronaldo, Manchester United or Real Madrid? I'm gonna say Man United. Ronaldo is. I'm a Man United fan, die hard. So he won the Ballon d'Or with us, his first ever Ballon d'Or. Listen, you can't take away prime Ronaldo was Madrid, but without United, that Ronaldo doesn't exist. I don't think. Without Sir Alex and United, it doesn't exist. I don't think. Um, what do you think of the notion of no Juve, no Italy, KP? I saw some points online, obviously with some bias from Juve fans. Mate, I tell you what, it's like Bayern, no Germany, probably. Like, go through Bayern Munich's team. Uh, like Nagelsmann coached them last year. Musiala, Muller, um, Jonathan Tah's like going there. That's just off the top of my head. Like, I agree. You're probably right. You're probably right, General. It's is biased from them, but see, it used to be AC Milan were like the big boy, and then you've like them three. It was like those three: AC Milan, Inter, Juve. But now, like you got Cagliari who's playing centre back. He's from Bologna. Like you got players come from everywhere. Like not like it used to be. I know what you're saying. You reckon Southgate be replaced if England don't make the final? 100%. I think he's going. I even think if he wins it, he's gonna step down as a winner. But I don't think they're gonna win it, and I think he's done. I think Gareth's gone. It's just I don't think he's up to it. Personally, that's me. He's definitely not up to. I think they should do a lot better with their squad. But you know, who knows? Great to see Joy here. All right, guys. So that's all the results. Switzerland will win 3-0 in my opinion. There you go. Well, let's bring up what the quarters are going to look like, TCR, and we'll talk about them one by one. All right. Spain, Germany. That's the premier tie of the round, let's say. Um, Followed closely by Portugal, France, but Spain, Germany. What do you guys think there? Do the hosts get through, or they go on in the quarters, which would be crazy? Like it, it's just because who you can get in the Euros. Like you get. Cheers, Kevin. No worries, man. Real good to see you. It was good to see you on the fan cam too. 2-2. 5-4 on penalties. Spain win. Who's playing goals for Spain? Raya? Neuer in goals for Germany. 2-2. Wish Spain and Germany was a final. I agree. It would have been. I think they're the two favourites. Maybe France. That's why we put France in there. Listen, I can't pick them, but I said for my lovely partner, I'm going to go with Germany. So I'll pick Germany, but I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion. I think it's a very tight game. I think it's going to be a really good game. Let me bring up. Yeah, I think they're the best team on paper, TCR, but they're not the best team at the moment. Yeah, on paper they're unbelievable, unbelievable. Let's. I just want to bring up the matches. So what does it tell me the times? It's here. Otherwise, I'll bring it up on my phone. Um. Yeah. So Spain, Germany, Saturday night, 1:30. What a game that'll be. I mean, yeah, I think I'll stay up for that one. Could I do a watch along? Not sure. If I'm not absolutely exhausted after playing soccer on that day, I may try to do one. But mate, what a game that's going to be. Agreed TCR, but 1-1. I'm saying 5-3 on pens. There you go. Look at that. Are we going to have an extra time for the game in the first game? When games go to penalties, it's so cruel, isn't it? Like when you get knocked out on penalties, it's so cruel. Like it's like, yeah, just it's it's harsh. It's hard to deal with too as a player, like because it's sort of unfair in a way. Really, it's like you would think, oh, can they have a replay or something? But listen, it's cruel, but it's like so good. Like when you win. Like, I remember when United won the Champions League final on penalties against Chelsea. It was unbelievable. I've won a game on penalties, like in playing in it. It was excellent, but I've lost one too, and yeah, it's. I was devastated with the 2020 final loss to Italy on pens. You're an England fan, Joy, obviously. Yeah, listen, I was devastated for like at the time, Sancho's a United player, Rashford and Saka, and they all got racially abused for missing penalties, the poor kids, you know what I mean? Like pathetic. Like absolutely pathetic really. But yeah, I know what you mean. You're devastated when your team loses on penalty. And England don't have a good history. They've got bad history of penalties, don't they? So in my time they've lost to Portugal on penalties twice, I think. They've lost to Argentina on penalties in my time. They've lost to Germany on penalties. Now that's a lot. And that's just off the top of my head. Then they've won a few. They beat Argentina once. 100%. It wasn't Rashford's fault. It wasn't Sancho's fault either. TCR wasn't any of their faults. Donnarumma is a beast. Like, we're meeting. Oh, they do. They 100% do. Rashford's one of their best penalty takers, TCR. Like, I know he's not in the squad at the moment, but I watch Rashford every week. And he's one of the best penalty takers. Nerves. I remember one with Man United, that one he took in the Parc des Princes against PSG. 96th, 97th minute, bangs at top corner. Like, he's got a great penalty on him. He missed. What can you do? Pressure mounts on players. Yeah, that's right. So, and like I said, I've seen him take them under immense pressure. Like, it's arguable that it's more pressure for Man United taking a penalty than England. And football fans get that. Like, it's, yeah, Saka as well. Wonder Kids have to face a world class. Yeah, absolutely. Like Donnarumma, and in Donnarumma's defense, he was a kid too. He's not old. The guy is unbelievable. He's like looks like his head would touch a door frame, and he's what 23, 24 tops. Like what a keeper that guy is, man. Um, yeah, I would love for him to go back to Milan and like just go back there. Like after leaving him on a free to PSG, like go back there. Fuck, that would be so good to see. But yeah, listen. In saying that, let's get up the next one. Everyone's put their tip in for most people tipping Spain though. So I said Germany because I want the Germans to win. Let's bring up the next one. They are. That's true, Genwell. That's true. But it's his club. The way I am, it's like it's my club. Like, oh, your club, bro. Oh well. But the next one. Listen, another huge fixture, really, when you go on history. Portugal, France. I think France are going to come to town. I still think Spain will win the whole thing. Yeah, I think it's coming out of that game. Or France. Yeah, Portugal 1, France 3. Oh, you know what? I think France are coming out of this one too. Yeah. Um, let's get a score line. Listen, you know what? I want to give Ronaldo his goal. So I'm going to say the same as TCR. France 3-1. Joy says Portugal in an upset 2-1. Kenwell says Portugal. France 1-all 4-3 on penalties. Who is winning the penalties? Portugal, Genwell? Is that what you're saying? Portugal win the penalties? Two good keepers too. Mike Mannion and Costa. Let me think of their penalty takers. Ronaldo, Bernardo, Bruno, Rafael Leao. Portugal is saying. Let me think of France as Griezmann. Great penalty taker. Giroud. Dembele, Mbappe. I'm going to go France. Hey! Big man, damn! Damn, the moderator comes in. What a guy. Great to see you, damn. How you been, my friend? How have you been, buddy? How'd your second date go, damn? Did you go on your second date yet? Most of France's lineup is absolutely. Their actual lineup is unbelievable. Like, and you know what? Their actual lineup has been unbelievable for a good 20 something years. Congrats on the mod. Damn. 2016 Euro final rematch as well. There you go. The two mods that got put in, Joy, were Dam and GT. If you're in the Discord, which I believe Joy is, we're actually agreed to be friends. Well, that's good too. That's good too. I'm gonna put a thing in there to if you want to apply to be a moderator. Once we do get a bit bigger, we will add probably another one or two, and I've got a few in mind. People like Joy and Genwell, been around for a long time. Maybe even Zakal, if he's in the Discord and he wants to apply. But I'm going to make an application section, apply to be a moderator in the Discord. So keep your eyes peeled. Imagine Zakal, he'd be the best, wouldn't he? Like, but you know what? Like, he's like the nicest guy, right? Then imagine he's just ruthless. Imagine it's like someone say, who does he go for again? Does he go for Parramatta? I think imagine someone says something bad about Parramatta and it's just like 17-year ban out of nowhere. And you're like, what just happened? I'll keep a lookout. Yeah, you're in the Discord, aren't you, Joy? Yeah, so I'll put that there. And I'm not saying anyone has to, but if you wish to apply, like I did with Dam, I asked him and GT and they wanted it bad, like they've been around a long time. Yeah, and great that they actually came on board as moderators. Great friends. Johnny That ain't happening. Oh, shit, that would be funny. That's funny. Even Dam's laughing. Yeah, listen. Not just great friends of the channel, like Dam and GT have become like great friends of ours now. It's so funny, like, feel like you know them so well, and they probably feel like they know us better because they see us. Like, I've only seen Dam once, I've seen Joy, but you guys probably feel like you know us better than we know. But we, like we feel close to you, all you regulars that are there supporting us all the time. And big up to you guys. It's it's because of you guys. So more fan cam. Damn, absolutely. We'll do it on the podcast too one night when everyone's there. Just the podcast. Me and Chris sitting on the couch. Me and Chris will be live Friday night with John, I believe. Me, John, and the big man. Friday night. Watch along on the couch. So, as you guys know, KP comes out for the footy watch alongs when it's on the couch. So that's a special, absolute special for you guys when I come out for a footy watch along. When it's on the couch, I'm there. Both boys going to be there with me. Both legends. John Kelton. Best channel ever. Thank you so much, Joy. HFDmedia is the best. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Absolute legend. All right. Let's bring up the next 100% Joy. Thank you. Damn. We'll give him one of these. Damn. I used to love that when he did that, All right. Let's bring up the quarters again. Takes us into the next one. England. Switzerland. 6th of July. It'll be great to have you on footy, KP. I'm there when it's on the couch, I'm there. And when there's a showdown, if I can, it was on a Thursday night. I couldn't last time, and obviously because I play soccer, I'm player coach this year, so I couldn't, let my boys down to come on for the showdown. But I usually come on for the showdowns. I've got a 100% record in showdowns. A lot of love going around. How's the wife going? I'm nervous for this game. I'm back. GT. Lovable guy, man. There's a lot of love going around when KP's on. I try to make every showdown watch along. But yeah, I couldn't make last time. Like I said, 100% record in them. Apparently it's going to be a good game Friday night, the boys are telling me. So she's gone good. Might sound biased, but I feel England could fire this game. There you go. Adelaide could do the double. Yeah, I think they will do the double over Port. I disagree heavily with TCR. Yeah, you know what? The 4-peat Genwell. When's the last time Port beat us? Damn. They didn't beat us last year. They beat us the year before. I reckon it was the year before last. Yeah, yeah. So not last year, the year, but it was the first game. They spanked us, didn't they? Oh, it was the last game, round 23. Aha. Okay. Round 23. Yeah. Yeah. I love the days. July 4th tomorrow. It's my Bapur. It's his birthday tomorrow. May he rest in peace. Yeah, Dawson kick after the side. That's right. That was the first one I ever did, and I went. It was in, and I thought we were gonna lose, and I was like losing it. Yeah, there you go. But back to it. I actually, sorry, Joy. I agree with TCR. Maybe not 3-0, but I'm tipping Switzerland. Um, I call Switzerland John's team because John is always Switzerland. Hasselhoff, yeah, Hasselhoff, yeah, 100% he's Hasselhoff. I was going Hasselhoff. That's it. I'm still calling him Hasselhoff to this day. He's become a good player, Hasselhoff. Good on him. He's become a good player. Um, yeah, I call Switzerland John's team because John is always Switzerland. Like with everything, like he like always sits on the fence. So he's always Switzerland. Yeah, it's not. You know what? It's not because of the team. Like England, a much better team on paper. Just Gareth, man. Like, listen, he was a bang average player for one, which doesn't mean anything for your coaching. But he's done nothing as a coach. He's got Middlesbrough relegated. Um, they've never been back since. I don't think since he got him relegated. He's yeah. People say, oh, but he made a final with England, rah rah. Yeah, but I could have made a final with that England team. It's like Brazil back in when they won, was it the 2002 World Cup with Ronaldinho and all that, and everyone was like, oh, Scolari, what a coach. I was like, man, my year could have won the World Cup with that Brazil team. All you had to say was, hey, boys, go play, go have fun. Like Ronaldo, R9, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, what a team, Cafu. Like they dominated, and it was like, oh, Scolari's so good, yeah, 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 but it had nothing to do with him. Oh, that's in my opinion. I'd like a Swiss French final. Let's see how neutral they were. Let's see how neutral they were during World War Two. This is satire. Bit of a Hinkley situation with Southgate, actually. 100%. You know, it's funny talking. I was talking about. I know it's not about soccer. Before we, that's the last game. So, um, before we get to the last game, sorry, I was talking about it with the Don, as you guys know him, and we're saying our good friend Daniel Norton. We had him here, good friend of the family, and I was saying it's like I feel whether it's I don't think it's right, but I feel that they've gone down the route that they've become too close with him, friendly wise, and they feel bad. Like it's because they're friends with him. It's like my dad said it to me once. He's a founder of a soccer club here that's been over 50 years running this club. And he goes, the problem with a coach is, or as a committee, when a coach becomes friends with the players, it's hard for him to drop people. When a committee becomes friends with a coach, they don't want to sack him because it's their friend. And I believe that's happening at Port. Um, I really believe that's happening at Port, which is not good for them. Ronaldo and Pele used to be friends, but he died. Rest in peace. Pele did die, man. Pele passed away. Yep, yep. One of the all-time greats. Hinkley, yeah, like that. That's what I mean. The Ole situation, like they're friends, and it's like, oh, we feel bad getting rid of this guy because our families are friends. It's you got to have a fine line between the board and you still be friendly with them. They're nice guys and that, but you consider them real close friends. If you're not I don't know, whoever makes the final decisions, like if you're not a person that can be, put that aside and be real, let's say tough, you're not going to be able to sack him. It's like a coach. If you're feel bad dropping a player, you've already lost. bit irrelevant. But you reckon England could challenge for World Cup with a decent coach? Yeah, I do. I think if they had, like, let's say Nagelsmann. I know he's German. But let's say they had Nagelsmann. I think England would win it with this squad. And they're probably going to have the same squad in the World Cup. Let's think about the World Cup. Maybe Kyle Walker doesn't play. He's getting a bit old. They might pick Reece James or Trent or something there. Stones may not play, but they've got other players coming through like Guehi, Levi Colwell, Branthwaite, so they'll cover that. Left back is their only position where Luke Shaw will probably play in their next tournament, knowing his age. And then you got Declan Rice will play in the next World Cup. Kobbie Mainoo will definitely play. Bellingham will play. Foden will play. Kane will probably play the World Cup. You'd say he would. Saka will play. And then Gordon, Rashford if he gets in form. Yeah, like I think a better coach, they go a lot further, yeah. England would be the best in the world with this. Yeah, agreed. 100%. 100%. I have to go. Nice to see you, KP, and everyone in the chat. Take care. Be safe with your family. There you go. Gareth is the worst coach in the. Yeah, I agree. Yep. Yep. No, I agree. I think he's the worst. Yeah. I don't really rate Martinez or Koeman, to be honest. I think Ronald Koeman was a marvellous player, like absolute legend. But I don't rate him as coach. Don't rate Martinez. Never done anything. He's won an FA Cup with Wigan, which is crazy, but struggled with Belgium. Struggled with Everton. Yeah, so don't really rate him. Let's have a look. Nagelsmann's good. Let's have a look at them. Who are there? Let me go through the coaches that are left, let's say. Deschamps is obviously a good coach. He's won a World Cup and he's obviously good. Whether you like his style of play or not, he's won a World Cup. He's won a Euro as well, I think. So I just create my own power rankings. Never listen to the FIFA rankings. I agree. I just think because I remember the years when England were like ranked second for like years and they were terrible. I just think Gareth is the best fit for them in a long time. Look what they did, trying Capello. Yeah, but I think that was he was a authoritarian like type of guy. It didn't suit them. I think not a Capello. He was like coming to the end. He's very pragmatic, like a Mourinho. I even think Eddie Howe, Newcastle, does a way better job for England because he's English, let's say, and he's got a good style of play. Even Potter's got a better style of play, but he buckles under pressure a bit, as we saw with Chelsea. Trying to think who else out there, like in the world. Yeah, I don't know. Just yeah, not Lampard. Yeah, Potter. I just think he buckles under pressure a bit. But I'd go Eddie Howe if I was them. I'd push for Eddie Howe. The USA is nowhere near Switzerland's level, and they rank like spots ahead of the Swiss. Yeah, exactly. The FIFA rankings are terrible. They don't mean anything. So let's bring up who's Spain's coach. Spain's coach is De La Fuente. That's right, De La Fuente, and he's good. He's proved he's good. Switzerland's coach. Listen, we probably don't even know much about him. Murat Yakin, yeah. Spalletti was a good coach for Italy. They're definitely better than um, Southgate, that's for sure. So, yeah, I don't know. I agree with what they're saying. You also consider with the crop of England players, they need a buddy. Yeah, maybe. But think about it. Imagine. Let's talk about some of his decisions. Before I go, let's talk about. I'll get the last game up. Let's talk about some of his decisions. He took one left back to a major tournament who hasn't played a game, hasn't played a minute. Take another left back, man. Just go get a left back. Like, pick someone that's playing left back, that's English, and take him. Pathetic. Comes out on TV after the first game and goes, I've never had a replacement for Calvin Phillips in 3 years. Mate, You're talking about a guy that can't get into West Ham's team, hasn't played football for 2 years, and is a pretty terrible player. And you're talking about you don't have a replacement for him when Kobe Mainu at 18 is 10 times better than him. Put him in, who's best on ground. Um, Shows that he doesn't trust players, right? To make subs. Brought Gordon on for 4 minutes. Didn't give him a minute the other night. Tony came on for 1 minute. Like, mate, if you don't trust players, why are you picking them? You know? But that's just off the top of my head. I think Trippier is okay there, but definitely should have been a natural left back. Exactly. Like, get a natural left back. Like, he could have taken. I don't know, what's the one at Bournemouth? There's a good one at that young kid at Bournemouth, left back. He's good. I think it's Bournemouth. So without Bellingham, England would be eliminated. Yeah, probably. Kane, Bellingham, Mainu, I think are their most important players, which is funny. An 21-year-old, an 18-year-old, and their captain, like goal scorer. I think they're three most important players. But saying that, yeah, I think Slovakia would get destroyed by most of the teams, to be honest. How did they... Their group was... Let me just... Before we get out that... Yes! I agree with that. Switzerland, they were in Germany's group, man. So... if Sir Alex used to say that about Dennis Irwin. Best right back and left back in the league, he used to say. Big up, Dennis Irwin. All right. Let's bring up the last game, man, and before we get going. Netherlands, Turkey. England will need to change things to have a chance. Yeah, I agree. Netherlands, Turkey. Netherlands, big win against Romania. Turkey, big win against Austria. In saying that, big team, no one tipped them to go through. Damn, Netherlands 6-0. TCR, Turkey 2-1. Genwell, Netherlands 2-0. I'm going with damn. Netherlands 6-0. Heard it here. Damn, you heard it from damn first. Now I'm with damn. Netherlands 6-0. No bias in it at all. Has absolutely nothing to do with me being Cypriot. Oh, shit. I'm probably going to be wrong. I'm probably going to be wrong. Nah. I think Dan was doing that for put some money on it. Dan was doing it for my, my Greek Cypriot background, I think, saying the 6-0 thing. Listen, I think Netherlands will win. Yeah, let's stick with a big one, Dan. Let's stick with a big one. I'm going to say 4-0. I'll be conservative. I'm changing my prediction. I don't even know what the odds for that. Netherlands 6-0. If you got 6-0 would be massive odds here. I'll tell you. Gamble responsibly, people. We always say, gamble responsibly. Let me tell you what that would be. Sports. What the hell? Not Spain, Germany, Portugal, France. No. Get me to the... What's trending here? Sorry, guys. I'll find it. Don't worry. All sports. Euro 24 matches. So Netherlands are paying $1.60 outright. So if you went to go for a score line, correct score, 6-0 is 200 to 1. 200 to 1. Netherlands 3-2 after extra time. I have a soft spot for Netherlands since the 7th. That's what I said, GT. My brother loved them. My eldest brother, Krillin. And the 70s, man. Johan Cruyff and that. I think you got to have a soft spot for them, don't you? And then I had a soft spot for them later because of Ruud van Nistelrooy. After the three Dutchmen like Ruud Gullit and that, Rijkaard, Van Basten, and then Van Persie, man. I loved Van Persie. He was only at United for 2 years, but I adored that guy at United. And I hate to say it, I loved him at Arsenal. What a player that guy. I loved him. He came to United, I was so happy. Even $1 is enough. Putting 10K on it. That's absurd. Yeah, because when you think about it, when would be the last time you saw a 6-0 in a Euro? That's why it's paying adored. Exactly. That's why I said it, man. You know, Kenwell knows. Adored. That's the Man United. If you know, you know. I like what GT said. They had the soft spot for Netherlands. In the 70s, man, when you that team that had Cruyff and that, like, what a team. That was total football back then, 4-3-3, and they were doing it. And people talking about it now, and he was the king of it. So, yeah, Van Basten and co. love them. Yeah, my brother loved them, GT. I'm shameless for saying this, KP. I was an Arsenal fan before, United fan, because RVP. I was 11 then. It's all right. You're young and you changed. That's fine. Man United gets everyone in, man. Apparently we're getting GT soon. GT, aren't we getting you? You're coming over from Liverpool, aren't you? Is that correct? Because you're a moderator now, you're a Man U fan. Damn's leaving the old enemy Leeds to come to United. RVD, like Rob Van Dam over RVP? Or Rude Van Nistelrooy, are you talking about? RVD. Remember RVD come in? I supported United and Arsenal in the Prem. There you go. Sports two teams. RVD was the best, man. Sir Alex Ferguson strikers in General Sport Real Madrid. Sir Alex Ferguson strikers rank them. We got Brian McClare. I think he goes Brian McClare, York, Cole, Van Nistelrooy, Rooney, RVP, Teddy Sheringham, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Eric Cantona. I support the Crows. Big man, Eric Cantona. Eric King Cantona. Eric King Cantona, mate, I tell you, he's probably second. Tevez up there. Berbatov. Berbatov. I can't see that happening. Let me tell you, I say the top. I think it's Rooney. Rooney. You can't deny his what he did. Then Cantona. Because it was only 1 year. You can't put RVP there because it's only 1 year, but what a year. So I think you got to go Cole. Yeah, I think it's Rooney, Cantona, Cole, and then probably Rude. Rude? I wonder what John would say. I'm going to say Rooney, Cantona, Cole. Don't count Ronaldo as a striker. So Rooney, Cantona, Cole, Ruud van Nistelrooy. Yeah, for that goal, mate. He's in there for that goal, tell you. Fifth. Fifth. You know what? York was only there 4 years. Teddy Sheringham or Ole maybe. Because York for that treble year, out of this world. But then again, Teddy Sheringham scores the equaliser in Champions League final, goes on to win a PFA Player of the Year in 02, I believe, when he was like 36. Like, ripped it. Put Sheringham there. Could be Rooney, Cantona, Cole, Rude, Sheringham, I reckon. Yep. Man United chats come out. We'll ask John this question. We'll say John as well. See what he ranks. Bebe. What a player. What a player. See where he ranks the Man United strikers. Definitely Rooney, Cantona are the best too. Sheringham was definitely a beast. But Yeah, I think Rooney, Cantona are the top two. And it's arguable people could say Cantona first. Like, the guy was unbelievable. Chikorita, yeah. He's not in the top five, but he was good. Berbatov was really good. Like I said, RVP, that 1 year, he won a title off his boot. But yeah, in saying that, guys, it's been a great show. These are the quarters. I'll bring them up one more time to show you. So we got Spain, Germany. We've had our tips. Portugal, France. England, Switzerland. Netherlands, Turkey. Um, Great games. Forlan over Chicha. Not for United. Forlan's a better player than Chikorito. He ended up being a golden ball in a World Cup as the best player of the World Cup 1 year. He was golden boot, the El Pichichi, I think it's called, golden boot in Spain with Atletico and Villarreal. But he wasn't that good for United. He scored those 2 goals against Liverpool, which made him a hero. But Chicharito's better for United than Forlan. Chris C says, "Yo, what is up, big man? How are you? Are you good, man? Are you good, my friend? Are you good? You're here late. We're about to leave, but let's bring up USA dumped as well. There you go. England are favourites to beat Switzerland. You rate their golden generation. Who? USA? They got they got that bloke that was at Dortmund. What's his name? Always forget his name. Pulisic as well. I mean, they're okay. Reyna, Claudio Reyna. That's right. Listen, him and Pulisic are good players, but I mean, they're not. Hardly call it golden. Is that what they're calling it? Is this a golden generation for them? I know this is a second golden generation for England, but even I don't think it's as good as the golden generation that they had originally. When you look back, let's say Rooney was young, you had Rooney, Beckham, Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes, Neville, Campbell, Adams, Ferdinand, um, Ashley Cole. What a team. That's what they're calling them. That's crazy. Didn't think that. They're definitely not a golden generation in my opinion, but who knows? Who knows? I reckon that Switzerland are like the seventh to fifth best team in the world. There you go. Oh, absolutely rest in peace, Kevin Campbell, man. When I was a bit sad when I heard that. Like, yeah, had an illness and then yeah died like 52. Was the perennial like nice guy, man, wasn't he? Like such a nice guy when he played for Arsenal and Everton. I don't know if many of you remember him for Arsenal, but you just probably remember him more for Everton. But he was at Arsenal to begin with, and he was just always smiling. Yeah, sad news. Very sad news. Poor Kevin Campbell and his family. Yeah, AFTV. Yeah, he was great for them. That's true. Yep. I would love to get AFTV or the United Stand or United View or something, and we do a thing with them, collab. It'd be my dream. Flex got back to me once by email and then never responded again. He actually wanted me to be on the United View, and then I think he like his channel blew up and never it never accumulated. But in saying that, it'll happen, guys. But thank you everyone so much for coming in. Joy, TCR, great football knowledge. TCR, same with Joy and Genwell, all great knowledge. GT, Dam, Zakal, Ronaldo. I think that's everyone that was chatting tonight. I reckon. Yeah, that was everyone. But thanks everyone for showing up. Like I said, I'm gonna start a thing in the Discord for people that are interested in being moderators. We just put our two new ones in now. When we think we're in need of some more, we will go through the people that have put their interest in that new channel in the Discord. So if you're in the Discord, keep an eye out for that, where you can apply to be a moderator. And when we think the channel needs a few more, we'll probably do another 2 like we did that time. But yeah, thanks for the love hearts, guys. Thanks for coming in. It's been a great show. Me, John, and the ever-present Chris C will be live Friday night. I barely use Discord. Are you in our Discord? TCR. You can join it. There's a link in the description. Just go click it and you can join our Discord and you can talk to the HFD fam. Everyone's in there. All the people that you're chatting with right now. I believe Genwell's in there. Dam's in there. GT, myself, the big man, John, King of the North. They're all in there. Everyone's in there. So click the link. Join the Discord. It tells you when we go live. We get to chat with each other. We've got an ideas section for the podcast. We've got a Q&A section that we want to put all those Q&As together for a Q&A podcast. So if you've got any questions directed at me, Chris, John, whoever, just put them in there and we will get them all together when we get about 10 or so questions and we'll have a Q&A podcast. I just joined. There you go. We will go say hello to TCR, but it's great to have everyone in. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for making it such a great show as usual. We will see you Friday night. Like I said, me, the big man, and John. Friday night watch along. See you then. Remember, stay hunky. Peace.